All right, so we're live, and I'm gonna give people a few minutes to get in here. I need to make sure that this looks correct, so let me grab my phone. All right, we're good. Child, making these videos. I heard this story. Well, I saw this story, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It's sad, of course, but it's very interesting. Um, the fact that the mother and the friend have two different recollections of what happened is crazy, and I believe the friend over the mother only because she was there. I do. I'm not really familiar with UK culture, but this woman is light skinned, and it's not given that she had the best for her daughter going to Jamaica. If you know what happens to light skinned women, and if you know what happens in Jamaica, put it in the chat. So let's go to the video. So basically, from what I'm gathering, but we could watch more of it because when you rewatch things, you get a little more info. Um, Her daughter went to Jamaica with some man or to be with some man, whatever, and she went with her friend, and they were told to bring back sneakers. I don't know why her mother would even say, let me check the sneakers, take a picture of them to make sure they didn't put no substances in it. If you know that's a thing, why would you even have her bring sneakers back in the first place? Why are these two young girls going to Jamaica in the first place? Let me tell you something. I travel a lot. Love Jamaican food, love my Jamaican people, but I'm not going to be oblivious to what goes on in Jamaica. The R culture there is very high. The unaliving culture there is very high. God forbid if you was gay to step foot in that country, sorry, you would not be here today. You would not, let me slow down. You would not be here today if you step foot in that country. You get what I'm saying? So I digress, but if you know what I'm saying, put something in the comments. I don't think they should have went to begin with. So let's go back. Let's watch this video. It's gonna be a little blurry, but it is what it is.
Years. She asked Ray if she wanted to go to Jamaica.
Let me see.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I don't usually do videos, but this is a very serious topic. This is my daughter, Saraya. She's now 22 years old. She went on holiday for a week with her friend to Jamaica back in October 2024. So this is the girls. This is Genevieve, Taraya's friend. They've been friends for about 8 years. She asked Taraya if she wanted to go to Jamaica for a week because her boyfriend was out there. I tried to encourage her not to go, because she'd never been on holiday by herself, but she was turning 21, so there's only so much she's going to listen to her mum about. So on the 13th of October, they went to Jamaica. I tried to encourage Taraya to get her own accommodation because she didn't know these boys from nowhere. This was Genevieve's boyfriend of 2 years. She'd been dating this boy, supposedly from Milton Keynes, for 2 years. She was told his name was Tony. Now, again, I told my daughter to get her own accommodation, but she wouldn't listen. This is supposed to be Tony, but his name's not Tony. His name is Uriah Gordon, and this is his Jamaican cousin, LeJean, we think. So again, this is Uriah Gordon, or should we say Tony, as the girls knew him as. Now, Jenny was seeing this boy for 2 years. Imagine, 2 years. So Uriah paid for Jenny's ticket because obviously she thought it was a boyfriend. And I paid for Taraya's ticket because she was turning 21. So this is where it all began. They went to Jamaica, 13th of October. The boys picked them up from the airport and took them to St. Mary, where they had this procedure.
Let's pause right there, y'all. That's where she went wrong. Why would you allow them? Like, these are young girls. I'm really confused as to why she would even allow her daughter to go to Jamaica. Like, if she went to somewhere in Europe, not even trying to sound racist, it may come off this way, but I'm just saying, at least you're so close, the country is more developed, there's things that you can do. And if this was done in October, I wonder if it was done hurricane season. I really do, when that situation happened down in Jamaica. I would have been out there with my daughter. I don't think that Jamaica is somewhere where women can walk around safely. I'll be honest, it's not. I would say it's a beautiful country with beautiful people, but we're not going to ignore the real shit that happens in Jamaica. We're not going to sit here and ignore it. I love my Jamaican people, hands down, but we're not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, you could just walk around as a woman and ain't nothing going to happen to you. Yes, it's going to happen to you real quick, and you're going to want to get the up out of there. The best bet you have is to stay on the resort. Stay on the resort. That's all I have to say. Let's go back to that. I don't know why she would even think that this was going to be a cute situation.
Prestigious Airbnb. I'm talking jacuzzi, swimming pool, everything. I'm still trying to tell my daughter, get your own Airbnb. She's like, Mum, it's fine. And obviously, because you know the artist TJ, he was doing a music video next door. You know the guy that does Drift. So she's not going to listen to her mum, is she? But I still tried to encourage it. But she did her own thing. So, obviously, the next day, they're settling in. The boys have taken them everywhere. Duns River, YS Falls, everywhere. Rafting, you know, where you get the rub down and everything. They did everything, took them everywhere. Fancy meals, everything you can think of. But they had an agenda. So let's fast forward to the last day. Bearing in mind, they went for 1 week.
But mind you, the way she's saying fancy meals, everything, why are you allowing? Why did you think it would be good? Like the way she even says fancy meals, like, oh, my daughters are getting PIMP'd out and they doing their thing on vacation with these men. Child. And I'll say, yes, when I was like, you know, in my early 20s, I did go to a foreign country with a man. I did stay with them. Like, I ain't trying to act like I'm, you know, holier than thou. But I'm just saying, Jamaica, I was in Italy. Girl, Jamaica, like what? Why would you do that?
Before my daughter went to Jamaica, I spoke to her clearly and I told her, do not be carrying nothing from Jamaica. Don't even think about it. Anyway, Jenny's boyfriend, you know, 2 years, he's saying to her, oh, will you bring these trainers back for my cousin? So Teresa said no, but they pulled on her heartstrings. So obviously she agreed in the end. So Jenny had 5 pairs and Trey had 3 pairs. So this is where the nightmare began.
Oh my God. 5 pairs of shoes? Bro. 5 pairs of shoes? Child, oh my God. Like I get they were like 19. Oh my God. If I just think about, you know, if I were their age, would I have done it too? I probably wouldn't have known better. I wouldn't have known better. That's why I think you shouldn't be getting no boyfriend at that age. I'm gonna be honest, like I was naive too. So this story gets worse.
The boys dropped the girls to the airport. They've gone into the airport. They've not gone from no security, no sniffer dogs. All they've done is gone into the TUI line. So they got pulled out of the line after not being through no security, no sniffer dogs. Remember what I just said to you. And they've asked for the passports. So obviously they're a bit shocked what's going on here.
Y'all, I feel like I want to do this on a because I don't know if the quality. Let me know if the quality is good, because I feel like the quality is not the same when you have it on landscape versus having it on the other one. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe we should have to do this on another. You know what, let's just keep it. I'll do a video later, but this is like so sad. This really needs to be highlighted and a lot bigger. You know what? I'm trying to think. Do what do y'all think? Do y'all think I should make this bigger? Like the landscape instead of using this one? I don't know. I think the story is pretty crazy and I just want people to see it, because the people, the photos, like the mother is gorgeous, the daughter is gorgeous, and this is like crazy. This is crazy. Anyways, let's just go back and play
it. The officers have opened the suitcases and then pulled out the probe, picked up a pair of shoes and obviously swabbed it. And it's come back positive for what? You know what? I don't need to say it on here and get banned. Anyway, the girls were taken into custody. They were held at the Cambridge police station in St. James, Montego Bay. Then at about 11:30 that night, I got a phone call for the British Embassy. I thought I was going to die. Anyway, I flew out there about 4 days later, and it took me 19 days to get my daughter out of jail. She was in jail for 19 days. The conditions of the jail were horrendous, as you can imagine. Concrete floor, full of women in the same predicament. While they were in jail, I provided food, water, pads, anything that I was allowed to send in. On the 8th of November, Terea was released. So I bailed her out. The only reason she got out was because my father is Jamaican. So now the girls are on bail. The first court hearing was, I think it was the 18th of December. In total, these girls went to court 11 times. This is how long this was prolonged. It was just a long, unnecessary experience. Sometimes my daughter's lawyer didn't turn up, many times. Sometimes Jenny's lawyer didn't turn up. Jenny didn't turn up one time. So it was just long. So the girls have been in Jamaica for a total of 16 months. Bearing in mind they had the serious hurricane. While my daughter's obviously been out there, she's met a boy. You know, she's been there for 16 months. Sometimes.
What you mean she met a boy? Hold up. Pause. What you mean she's met a boy? I didn't even hear the rest of the story, but met a boy? What do you mean she met a boy? And you're like, you know, yeah, she's a girl. She met a boy. I'm trying to focus on getting the out of there. Like, yo, I would not even be putting nothing, no cooch, no nothing on nobody, bro. I'm trying to get out. Yo, nah, I'm starting to feel like the mother is buffoonery.
There's no electric, no current, maybe nothing to do. She met a boy and she got pregnant.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. I'm going to really have to cover this story again. I really am, because this is wild. What do you mean she met a boy and got pregnant? What do you mean she met a boy and got pregnant? Like, oh, like I'm confused. What do you mean? What do you mean she met a boy and got pregnant? Like that's crazy. That's crazy. This is, what do y'all call holiday? Like what on holiday? Like what this wasn't even a holiday. This girl was facing prison time. Like, yo, I would not be like, I don't think her daughter is in the right mind. I don't.
It's not the right timing at all. It's not the right time to be having a baby. Not in these conditions, and not in, there's a serious court case going on, but you know. So fast forward, October 2025. My daughter's in slow labour. In the hospital, but the hospital is about to be destroyed by this serious hurricane. So she's sent back in the slow labour. So she said she's survived the hurricane, the eye of the storm. She's got the footage and everything. Then 3 days later, she gives birth to her baby, beautiful baby, in a taxi. No pain relief, no nothing. So a beautiful, healthy baby girl. My daughter's healthy. Everything's fine. They've had to go back to Black River, that the worst place hit with a hurricane, were one of them. No electricity, no water. There's still no electricity to this day. So let's fast forward now. January 2026. I'm feeling a bit positive. They've gone into court. They got found guilty. As a family, we're absolutely devastated. You can't imagine how I feel as a mother. And these girls was not represented properly at all. We've got so much evidence that was not presented in court. I mean, I'm
gonna pause it right here. All I have to say is you will not catch me in Jamaica. You will not catch me in Jamaica. I could think so many things too about so many other places, like, you know, Indonesia, all these other places that, you know, we want to go because it's the tropics, it's the beauty. The laws that they have and the way they could plant something on you as a foreigner, like I think about that, like the way anybody could literally plant something on you. You don't know, like that's the crazy part. You really got to be safe. Like I always think about, like, you know, you go to customs, this and that. What if somebody literally puts something on your bag? What if somebody opens your bag and puts something in it? And then what? And then what do you say? I didn't have, that's not mine. Everybody's going to say that. Everybody's going to say that's not mine. You're done. Your life is over. So be very careful. Be careful. Keep track of your luggage. Keep track of everything you have. I'm not even talking about this specific situation. I'm talking about overall. Keep your luggage to yourself. Don't let nobody watch it. Don't trust nobody. Oh, I don't care if it's the nicest looking family ever. Do not let them watch your luggage. They could open it up and put something right up in there. Just be very careful. Please be careful, because this is what I'm trying to say, is that you see how the court didn't care. The court didn't even care if she was even being a mule. Nobody cared. They just wanted somebody else in prison. They don't care. Get out of my face. Go to jail. And everyone is saying online that is like being in prison in Jamaica is the worst thing on this planet, is what people are saying online. I'm saddened. This is sad, but let's continue.
Where's the proceeds of crime? Where's the phone records? Where's the bank statements? And also, someone used my daughter's phone while she was in custody and rang a British number. So to me, that sounds like they were the scapegoats while the real shipment went through. Corruption at its finest. So the next court hearing is early March for sentencing. We've been advised that these girls are looking a minimum of 6 years. A minimum of 6 years for something they've not done. 6 years. So obviously I want to provide a barrister from England to take over to Jamaica, because we need to appeal with all the evidence that we've got. So the girls were not represented properly in court. They did not get a fair trial. There was no jury. So I've got a barrister at this side that has looked at the evidence, and she can see, and she's ready to come over and do the appeal. This is clearly some kind of setup, and it's clearly something that happens often with young girls. As a mother, I want to get this out there to show women that you've got to really talk to your daughters. I'm talking seriously, not just on a...
I do respect that. Like, as much as she is trying to protect her daughter and, you know, put this information out there and, you know, rally people together, this and that, like, there's that as well, and put a spotlight on Jamaica right now. I respect that. I love that she's also saying that she does, you know, she does want to point out that, like, y'all need to really be careful. So maybe I take it back. Maybe I take it back. I just feel she was being a dimwit of a mother by letting her go. That's all I will say. I don't know why. Maybe it's been instilled in her that men mean everything, but you were a dimwit for letting your daughter go to Jamaica with men, or for it's a man. It's Jamaica. Like I said, it's not like it's a country that is developed like that. Y'all act like that country is severely developed with a subway system. Like, no shade to Jamaica either, but no shade. I'm just saying it is what it is. You put her in a pretty dangerous place. That's what I will hold her accountable and give her whackings for that, because personally I wouldn't have sent my daughter to Jamaica. Somewhere else, maybe even I might even send my daughter to Switzerland, Denmark, Japan, you know, I might send anywhere else that's developed, Canada, developed, a relationship with the US that's proper, you know, not even saying it's a good relationship, it could be corrupt. I'm just saying some type of relationship with the embassy to get you back quicker, military stationed out there, you know, just things like that. But Jamaica, even if there is military there, I don't know if I trust it, to be honest. But anyways, I will say I will give her those flowers that she's coming on here to talk about it as well, to make us aware. Please be careful and don't listen to no Negro, no man. Don't listen to no man telling you to go to Jamaica. I respect that. I do.
Small level, on a deep level, because this sounds like some new romance scam. I cannot sit back and watch my daughter go to jail for something she's not done. This has been the hardest 16 months of my life already. And bearing in mind, now she's got a baby. The barrister has to come over to clear my daughter's name, clear both the girls' names. This is a setup. So we're doing this fundraiser because we need to obviously provide legal assistance in Jamaica, because we can't rely on the lawyers that these girls have had. They've taken the money and not done a good job. And now they're looking 6 years. This can't happen. I cannot sit back and watch this happen. My middle daughter has not seen her sister in 16 months. I can't. It's been so much heartache, so much pain. I refuse to allow this to happen. I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm going to fight. I cannot sit back and allow my daughter to go to jail for something she's not done. My heart can't take it. The pain that I've been through, I can't explain it, guys. But what I need you to do is, I need this to go viral. I need to share. You need to share. We need to get to media. I just need your help. Like, comment, repost, boost, everything we can do to get traction on this. We need people to see this, because this can't happen to another girl. There's other girls reaching out to me in my DMs that are saying the same thing happened to them. They didn't go through no security. The same thing. We have to stop this from happening to our daughters. We have to stop these boys from taking advantage of our daughters. And to these horrible little boys that are grooming these girls, destroying families, I'm telling you now, you think there's no God? He's coming for you. Hi, good.
Okay, she ate that one. I will give her that. She ate that at the end. I believe in karma as well. I solely believe in karma. Let me remove this. I'm gonna play the part with her friend, but my opinion has changed a little bit. It shifted after I rewatched it. I feel like at the end, she really did a good job of clarifying, like, this is what I want. I want to protect not only my daughter, but, you know, your kids as well. I respect that. I respect that. I think that she looked nice and proper. She looked, nice and prim and cut. She looked good. The girl was looking good and she did a good speech. That's a good mother. And that's honestly a little bit inspirational. But I will give her whackings again though, because you cannot, you can't think that you're going to just like, oh well, you're gonna go over there with those guys. You're a girl being a girl. She's not a girl being a girl. She is a child. She is a whole child. She is not a girl being a girl. She is a whole child, and she didn't need to go all the way out there. I'm gonna say that. She did it. I don't think her going to Jamaica was going to help her professionally. I don't think it was going to help her romantically. I don't really see Jamaica as one of those places that you send a little girl to. I just don't. I have Caribbean friends and I know what they've told me about the R culture out there. There's R culture in India that is severe. There's, they be throwing acid on people, all that. Like, it is severe. It is dangerous. Just rejecting a man. And I can't stand too. Like, women, write it in the chat. I can't stand too when you have men that want to tell me, oh, Nia, like, you be giving mixed signals. Y'all be talking about, oh, women's supposed to be doing this and that, and men's supposed to say something, and y'all don't like it when we say. If somebody don't like you, they have a right to tell you they don't like you. That doesn't mean you don't speak up and talk to somebody. It just means you take the L and you walk away. That's what I'll do as a woman. I've literally had a man not tell me he didn't like me, but show me he didn't like me. And I took the L and I left. So this is what I mean by, you literally have men that will take no L and throw acid on you just because they didn't like that you rejected them. That happens in a lot of countries, and Jamaica's one of them. Jamaica, you have places in Africa, you have places in India, you've had places in Europe where this stuff happens. It happens a lot to women, and I really feel like at the end of the day, who's going to protect us if we don't protect us? You know what I'm saying? Who is going to protect us if we don't protect us? So I am going to play a clip of her friend. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm going to play a clip of her friend because her friend also made... So I want to know where her daughter is, though, because we see her friend. We see everything else, but we don't see her. Like, you know what I mean? We don't see her daughter actually speaking out. And I know this is but she's saying that her sister hasn't seen her for 16 months. So she's not with her daughter. So therefore, who is with her daughter? You know what I mean? Like, I'm confused. Who's with her? Is she still in the prison? That's what she's saying? Because if so, the other girl is out. And I haven't watched the full video of the other girl being out, but I am curious as to what exactly happened for her to be out, if that's the situation. You know what I mean? I don't understand who's with the baby over there. You know, that's what I meant by, like, who is with her daughter? Like, who's with the baby? I'm confused. But if I heard correctly, she said that she has family out there in Jamaica. They're Jamaican. They were giving Jamaican. They literally looking old like Shinsea over here, which I love. But I'm just saying, like, it was giving Jamaican. But it's like, you should know better. I'm confused. I'm like, you should know better. I think that was a little bit ditzy of you as a parent to let her go to Jamaica. But nobody's perfect. I'm just saying it was a little bit ditzy. But we're going to share this. This is her side. This is her friend's side.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very embarrassed and traumatized even. But anyways, so I'm gonna be explaining to you guys the last 16 months for me and the whole situation, and just set things straight, as there's always three sides to every story. Firstly, I want to start off with my association to Uriah. Uriah was never my boyfriend. When we first met, he introduced himself as Tony to me, and we was just on and off speaking for 2 years. It was nothing serious. We was not in a relationship. So fast forward to August 2024, me and Uriah start speaking again, and he tells me that he's going on holiday to Jamaica and he wants me to come. So obviously when he's asked me, I said no, like I wasn't really interested in going. So we're still speaking, everything's fine. And then he ends up coming to Jamaica as he said he would. And he asked me again. And I said to him, I'm not going to lie, I don't really feel comfortable flying to Jamaica by myself. You're already there and you expect me to solo travel there by myself. And that's when he said to me, oh, it's not deep to solo travel. I would say come with a friend. I'm going to be very open and frank about the situation. From the start, my mum did not want me to go. And this is literally a lesson to young girls, because when this happened, I was 21. listen to your mom. Like, listen to your mom. I'm in this situation from not listening to my mom and from being naive and not thinking like. So I'm gonna start off with Taraya. Me and Taraya have been friends for 8 years. We've known each other for a long time. We used to live on the same street, like, and our parents both knew each other. So around September, me and Taraya are speaking on the phone, and she's telling me about her holiday in Jamaica because she had just came back from Jamaica, and just telling me how much of a great time she had with her family and everything. So as she's telling me this, I'm like to her, oh, do you know what's so mad? Like, the guy I'm speaking to wants to fly me out. Like, he wants to fly me out to Jamaica, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. Then that's when she was like, oh, if you end up going, let me know because I'll come with you, and yeah, it'll be good, blah blah blah. So after she's told me that she wants to come with me, she's asked her mom. Her mom's been completely fine with it. Her mom paid for a ticket, and her mom was constantly reassuring us and saying that, yeah, we'll have a good time and how we're young and we need to live life and whatever. So my mom still wasn't okay with the situation. So she's then called Taraya's mom and asked Taraya's mom about the situation. And Taraya's mom's told her, oh, yeah, they're going to Jamaica and they're going to be staying with my family. They're going to be fine. Just reassuring my mom and letting my mom know that, like, they're going to be okay. However, the reassurance from Taraya's mom was a lie to my mom. And obviously, at the end of the day, it should have been me who was the one to tell my mom the full details of the trip. But I knew she wasn't going to agree to it. That's why I didn't tell her. But I never got Taraya's mom to lie. She just lied on her own. And yeah. So fast forward, October 13th, 2024, me and Taraya arrive in Jamaica, and Tony and LeJohn pick us up from the airport, and we make our way to St. Mary's because that's where we were staying in an Airbnb. So during the week, me and Taraya had a good holiday. Like, he paid for everything. We was taken out. We really enjoyed ourselves. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like it wasn't a good holiday. It was. The night before, me and Taraya are supposed to fly out. Tony's come to me and asked me if I've spoken to Taraya. And I've been like, spoken to Taraya about what? And he was like, he asked her if we could take some shoes back for his cousin LeJohn. So I said, no, I haven't spoken to her, but I'll speak to her. Then when I've spoken to Taraya, Taraya's now told me that, yeah, he asked her and he said it would be like 2 pairs of shoes. And I've been like, okay, didn't really think anything of it until the next morning. So yeah, he's asked us to bring the shoes, and we've asked him, like, who are these shoes for? And then that's when he came to us and said, like, yeah, his cousin is basically embarrassed to ask, but it's for his brother who's recently just moved to England, and obviously he doesn't have money like that, so he can't just ship them, and shipping's expensive. And basically just, we felt bad. Like, the way he came up to us, we just felt bad about the situation. And after him paying for everything for us on the holiday and us having a good time, we felt like that was the least we could do. Like, we just felt bad. Before me and Taraya packed anything in our suitcases, Taraya called her mom and told her mom about the situation. She asked her mom, and the mom was completely fine with it. She just told us, oh, make sure you check the shoes. And we checked the shoes while we're on the phone to wash. We was even on FaceTime to wash one of the shoes, and she was completely fine with it. So obviously Tony and Taraya must have agreed on Tony's friend picking up the shoes from Taraya's house. So during all this, I'm very hesitant about like taking the shoes, but it's not because I think that there's something in the shoes or there could be something in the shoes. It's because I didn't want my suitcase being overweight. And I had more shoes in my suitcase than Taraya due to the fact that I had more luggage space. Taraya only had 1 suitcase. I had 2 suitcases. The shoes look completely normal. Like, from looking at the shoes, you wouldn't have been able to tell that there was anything in the shoes. And it was mostly sliders. So obviously when I checked the shoes, you're not going to think that there's something in sliders. Like, they look completely normal. There's nothing wrong with the stitching. The shoes were just fine. So Tony and his cousin LeJohn drop us off at the airport. We say our goodbyes to them, and as we enter the airport, before we made it through check-in, officers have asked us to hand our passports and asked to go through our suitcases. So they're going through our suitcases. They ask us about the shoes. They must have asked us why the shoes heavy, and we didn't really think anything of it because it was mostly like designer sliders. And next thing you know, they pricked the bottom of the slider and they found out there was, you know what, in the shoes. After they told me what was inside them shoes, like, I literally screamed. Like, I was in, long story short, me and Taraya are both victims in this situation. We genuinely didn't know about drugs being inside the shoes. but there's holes in her mum's story, and her mum did know about the shoes. So yeah, I didn't really want to be.
All right, so that was her friend's side. Let me let me move this from the screen. So after hearing the friend's side, I feel like, do y'all think the mother knew? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't think anybody wants their daughter to go to prison in another country. But why would you send her over there? And why would you even, like, the fact that your daughter got pregnant and the fact that you guys are giving, like, y'all think y'all light skinned, y'all think y'all better than people. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, yes, like, all black is beautiful. As I said, she is a gorgeous woman. But I will say, she's giving that vibe that she was a pick-me. She's giving that vibe that she is a pick-me. For your daughter to get pregnant, ain't no way she ain't nothing like you. Ain't no way your daughter ain't nothing like you if you let her go to Jamaica. You let your daughter go to Jamaica. Ain't no way your daughter ain't nothing like you, girl. Ain't no way. Why would you let her go to Jamaica with some men? Why would you even I think this, for me and my content, I want this to be something where I hope that, a black girl hears this. Don't take anything anywhere for anybody besides yourself. They literally say it at the airport. Like, I travel a lot. They say it at the airport. If somebody tells you to take a jacket, shoes, a blanket, if somebody tells you to take water, it literally says, like, they say it out loud at the airport. Do not take anyone's belongings through that TSA gate, through that department. Do not do it. They literally tell you that. I don't care if it was gum. Like, it don't make no sense when you go somewhere and you're talking about it's my cousins, nah, man, nah. Like, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, it's yours. So that's why I say I get really scared about these things, because what I be thinking is, I go to a country and they gonna plant something on me at the gate. You don't know. I'll be getting scared. Like, certain countries, when I hear these stories, I'm like, not only you have to worry about the smugglers, you also got to worry about the corruption of that country and how they want to put you behind bars for being black, for being a U.S. citizen, for being anything. So look at the relation that there is between that country and the U.S. before you go as well. Look up the history. Look up the airport laws. Look up everything. Y'all really need to look up things. And also, I just think that when it comes to going international, I do think there needs to be an age restriction. I really do, because I was very young when I started traveling, and I did it through school. If I did not do it through school, I think I would have probably not be on this planet right now. I will say that. If I traveled, right? If I went like traveling while I was like 19 and it wasn't through school, it was through a man. That's usually how it is. You traveling with a man, you traveling with a group of friends. Y'all see how them girls be getting unalived on these trips to Mexico. Y'all saw what happened to Shanquilla. And still, no one has taken responsibility for that. No action or justice have been served, in my opinion. Where is the justice? She had gotten beat to it. Let me not even say, like, it was so bad. No justice. So that's just how I feel about this when it comes to being a young black woman and traveling. Please only travel with trusted individuals. But then again, I will say it could be your most trusted uncle, and they could literally like plant something on you. You never know. So really, like, just if you're gonna travel, be quick, savvy, and smart, and think about things. Make calls. Make sure you have calls to everything, the embassy, everyone. Make sure you're taking pictures, recording, sharing things. Please, like, I know people love Mexico. They love Jamaica, Costa Rica, Colombia, all these places where your dollar could go long. Your dollar gonna go real long. It's also a place where you can get caught up with no protection for you. So please be careful. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Bye, y'all.